too.
It depends on your overall cooling solution, because if you're dropping an air cooler in a case that has
the same cost as a three fan AIO, you could get a D15 with 3 fans on it, which would perform better.
True.
The only thing they win at is being more expensive and having a higher chance of failure. But they do look cool. They do look cool.
Yeah, I don't buy AIOs under any delusion that they will be more performant or have better longevity.
They'd be quieter. I thought they would be quieter.
They can be. I mean, they can be, but there's no heuristic you should apply that says that they generally are. That would be wrong.
It's probably going to be quieter than your stock fan. But it won't be quieter than an air cooler that costs the same amount as the AIO.
Yeah, I just find my stock fan annoying because when I play like some games, it gets loud enough where I hear it through my music, so I don't really want to have that problem.
I'm having regrets. The LED X3 Gold was on sale probably like 3 days ago, Rome.
It'll probably
go on sale again. I didn't think I'd have the CPU for a while.
It'll probably go on sale again. Like I said, they're being pretty aggressive because I think this is pretty much their first year in the North American Geozone. Trying to penetrate the market. So
they're doing a good job. Except for this review that says 2 DOA in a row. That's scary. Also, one of my friends bought a Ryzen 7 3700X, but he and I was intending to use the stock cooler that comes with a 5600X, the Stealth, but he bought a Noctua fan, so I can just steal his Prism.
Nice.
And have like a decent cooling system.
I think the Prism looks really nice. That's just my opinion, though.
You won't be able to see it anyway. My case is completely closed.
Oh. Well, in that case, whichever one has better performance.
Yeah, the Prism has like significantly better performance.
Hey, my video finished rendering. Now my CPU's going back down to normal temperature.
Oh, okay.
Like, is hardline tubing still the best, or?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Rome, I'm really trying hard to decide between the VDH Wi-Fi and the Aorus Pro P.
The Aorus Pro P.
I don't like MSI's software. Or is it not an MSI board, the second one?
I'm sorry, I cut out for a second. You were trying to decide between what?
Wi-Fi and the Pro P. Remember we were talking. Or were you not in the chat when we were talking about it? I thought you were.
I'll be honest.
There's not really much difference.
Yeah, I've talked to so many people the last couple of days.
Okay.
I'd probably go for the Gigabyte, to be honest. It looks better.
Yeah, if you said the Pro VDH Wi-Fi or the Pro P, I'd probably just buy whatever one's cheaper.
Well, the VDH Wi-Fi is cheaper.
Is there a reason you need a M80X? There's a question.
No,
do you need Wi-Fi?
I've been building it with micro ATX in mind because it seems cheaper.
Do you need Wi-Fi?
I do not need Wi-Fi, no.
Then go for whatever's cheaper. There's no real difference in them, apart from one's got a few more USB ports.
The VDH Wi-Fi is cheaper.
You go for the VDH Wi-Fi.
The significant difference is the lack of a USB-C and the lack of 2.5 gig Ethernet.
There is not a USB-C on either. There's a Type E on. No, there's not a Type E on either, is there?
I don't think so.
Type E?
Yeah, the one you plug the front panel USB-C to.
I wouldn't know. I just know that there's a Type C on the back, on like the rear I/O of the Aorus Pro P.
Yeah, when I picked out my motherboard, I was not very smart, and it has one M.2 slot and no ARGB headers.
Yeah, the Pro VDH has got a Type-E, so you can use a case USB-C, and the Gigabyte one has it on its rear.
Yeah, I'm using the Pro VDH.
So you could use Type-C on either.
I did not realize.
If you look under the 24 pin on the VDH, see that little silvery thing? That's called a USB Type-E, and it converts to USB Type-C for case front panels.
Oh, okay. Good to know. So then maybe I will stick with the VDH Wi-Fi. So what is PS2 keyboard/mouse port? I've seen that
they
little.
Are
thing from
really
1992
that allow CPU interrupts.
Okay.
So the only reason you'd use one now is if you needed to be able to do CPU interrupts. Because USB, you have to go through a PCI bus to be able to communicate with the CPU. On the old PS2, you could send commands directly to the CPU and interrupt processes in motion. But it's very rare that you'd need to now.
Yeah, I think like mostly still around for like a lot of diagnostic tools too.
Yes.
So are Samsung like SSDs like worth the $70 for a 250?
Generally not. No, you'd have to be a serious content creator or someone who's moving files, big files,
and
constantly.
Still don't make sense. You'd still get better cheaper.
True. But that would be the only use case in which they even start to make sense in my mind.
Ben, was I wrong that micro ATX is cheaper than full ATX?
No, mostly it is cheaper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Yep, cheaper. I tend to avoid ATX nowadays because, like, especially like for new builders, because you generally lose all diagnostic tools.
Not true.
So, which boards would you recommend for someone that's using MATX? Because, like, the problem I generally see is most people that come into troubleshooting, they have an issue trying to post. They have a lot of them have micro ATX boards, and there are no diagnostic tools on the boards. No debug lights.
Most of them have got debug lights now.
I have a debug light.
I guess maybe they're too low on the price spectrum to get those features, because I mean, almost 100% of the time they don't have any.
Yeah, I like my motherboard.
That Gigabyte board does not have any bloody LED lights. Yeah, go for the MSI.
All right.
Yeah, of course, it's just like anecdotal, but like, been hanging out on the troubleshooting channel, and so many of these issues with people who can't post, no debug lights, no post codes.
I'm never in the troubleshooting channel.
Yeah, it's just anecdotal, but like, yeah, it's just so frequently people have MATX boards with no diagnostic tools on board, and it's like, well, if you're a new builder and I'm trying to help you out remotely, that would be nice to have.
You have 9 posts in troubleshooting.
No, I mean the voice channel. I don't really do the text channel.
Okay. Don't know. I think I might have a few posts in troubleshooting. Just a few.
I try my best to help in the help servers, but I'm not really that knowledgeable. So I try my best when I can, but I don't really help.
That's fine.
I built 3 computers or whatever, so I can help with that.
I'm literally just flexing 85,000 posts in troubleshooting.
Wow. Woo! I guess I'm lazy. I tried to help in troubleshooting and build assembly text channels a few times, but
it gets very painful very quickly.
Yeah, after a while, I'm just like, can you come in a voice chat? Because I don't want to type anymore.
I guess I'm just lazy. For me, when you've been talking to them for like 30 minutes and they still haven't learned one thing you said. It's
Yeah,
like they're
that's when I
asking the
give up.
same questions they were asking when you first talked to them.
Yeah, that comes up a lot, and for me, for my own sanity, I at a certain point, I just sort of put up a wall and I say, okay, we've already spoken about this. If you don't have the knowledge base to understand what I'm saying, you're going to have to do some independent research and come back when you
I hate
have a
when
better
people
baseline of understanding. And that's I can see how that can come off as either elitist or
Dickish.
dickish, but I can't keep going around in circles with someone who just doesn't understand the basic fundamentals. I'm just not here to do that. And for better or for worse, that's how I'm going to be, I guess.
Hey, my son needs help.
So like, they're not scared of COVID anymore.
Or you could be like someone who's just bought an 8K monitor.
Wow.
Do you guys have any idea? Like, I don't imagine you would, but just curious. Does anyone know what the backlog on the Amazon 5600Xs is like? Because it says expected to arrive in like late February.
It could mean anything.
And if that's true, then
I wouldn't put much stock in anything that they're posting publicly about expected availability. They don't know.
Well, no, I mean it says expected to ship like February 20th or whatever. But I've heard from a lot of people that it's coming in like 5 days from the day they order. And they're just giving them like sells a stupid amount of room.
Yeah, exactly, and I've heard that too. I know multiple people who have placed orders on Amazon and said it was going to ship in January, but this is back in like early mid-November or late November. Said it was going to ship in January. It ended up shipping far sooner than that. So I don't. I wouldn't put much stock in whatever estimation that they're posting publicly on their product listing.
Okay, because the VDH Wi-Fi says in stock January 16th, and I want to know if that's going to be a limiting factor, in which case I should just order it now, or if the 5600X ship time is going to be the limiting factor.
Now, if they're giving you a specific date on which they expect it to be restocked, I think that might be a bit different in terms of what they actually know. Maybe they're actually tracking material coming in to their supply chain, but. So that one,
Okay, here's one for you. Someone running a 3080 on a 450 watt power supply.
Oh, God.
Dude, there was a person running a
3090
and a 5950X on a 600 watt power supply, and
that sounds like cry. Fucking idiot.
And they were wondering why their computer kept crashing. So
was that cry?
No,
it was someone else.
Okay.
Yeah, I read some post about someone running a 3090 on a 550 watt. I was like, okay, just because you can doesn't mean you should.
But what they'll do is they'll run it. They'll run benchmarks until it passes a benchmark, and they'll go, it's fine, and ignore all the crashes that they had to get to that point.
Yeah. Yep, that makes sense.
That's not the definition of a stable.
But they've shown you stability because it passed a test.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah, I overclocked my GPU like maybe 4 months ago, and now it's starting to crash. So I just had to remove the overclock.
Yeah, I've been working on some.
I know someone who's in the overclocking channel a lot that replaces his GPU every 6 months because he burns it out and thinks that's normal.
Was he just like running firmware on it for hours and shit?
No, he pushes the voltages too high to gain a stable clock and then thinks it's normal that it degrades that much.
Jesus.
Yeah, my old overclock was like plus 1,000 memory and plus 150 core clock, and it was stable for like 4 months.
The only thing I've done so far on my 3080 is I've just done some undervolting. I haven't started overclocking it just yet.
What's your opinion on NVIDIA's like overclocking tool? Because apparently they have something where you can just, like, say, adjust performance and it overclocks your GPU for you.
NVIDIA has like a bespoke overclocking solution. I wasn't aware of it.
Oh, yeah, I've seen videos and stuff on it. It's for like the 20 and 30 series cards.
The only overclocking tool I use for GPUs is, Afterburner and Riva Tuner.
Yeah, I use Afterburner.
I wasn't aware that NVIDIA had their own first-party solution.
It's not like a custom thing. They just do it for you, which I'm sure is great for some people who don't like overclocking.
Hey everybody, welcome.
I know AMD has a solution, like their Auto OC on Ryzen Master, but I wasn't aware of anything similar for NVIDIA.
Yeah, I don't have Ryzen Master downloaded because I have no interest in overclocking my Ryzen 5 3600 with a stock cooler, of course. It'll just die.
From what I understand, with the Zen 3 CPUs anyway, there isn't all that much room to OC, but that's just from my understanding. I haven't tried it myself. So I just turned the Auto OC on, and
we're going to extract here.
That's about it. But I am not an overclocking expert, so I could be wrong.
This is just a README. You don't have to worry about that.
What
we want to do is install this DLL on Ableton. Just to right-click and copy. Then we're going to go.
I was going to ask, is overclocking RAM particularly time-consuming?
On our respective systems. If you don't know where that is,
because I was thinking of doing it, but I don't know if
very time-consuming to get it stable.
Preferences and then file.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing it, but I was
use VST plugin custom folder.
Yeah, I went down a rabbit hole with some RAM overclocking, some custom time. I think about a year ago just to try it out.
Open up Ableton. You'll go to plugins and you'll see.
It was like a 3-day experiment, I guess, and I could not get the system stable, and I kind of gave up on it. I think I had other.
I was told that it takes your system a long time to like test the RAM and stuff.
32-bit system is installed on.
Yes.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's a long process of trial and error, and for someone like me who's inexperienced, at the time
that was 2 different packs of G Skill 16 gigabyte. To get 32 byte and 4 sticks, and they're all the same die. But I just don't know if I want to overclock it or not. But they are Samsung C die, which is, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to probably end up not overclocking them. Just because I am lazy. There's so many people here that are just muted.
So they don't bombard us with background noise like that. Hopefully.
I shouldn't have said anything.
Yo, the thermal paste that cooler comes with, that's on it. Do you trust that for temporary?
Like the stock cooler?
Yeah, I'm just gonna let it rock for just the temporary installs and stuff, and then switch it out.
Yeah, the Wraith Stealth.
If you're not overclocking or anything.
No, I'm not doing none of that. I'm not.
You're talking about an Intel stock cooler.
No, it's Wraith, the Stealth.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Yeah, I'm just using it for now for like probably the next week, just for the Windows install, and just I'm waiting on another cooler, so I just figured I'd just run it for the time being.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Do those stealth coolers come with like the pre-applied paste?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It has like the pre-applied paste on it. So I just wasn't too sure because I usually everything that I have is aftermarket, but for this, I'm not gonna get it at like right this second, the aftermarket cooler, and I forgot to go pick up a thermal paste, so
it should be fine.
I had just redone my thermal paste, and I think I might have overdone it. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, it's not like this CPU has been sitting around for months and months.
Right. I mean, I'll tell you, like when I build my systems, I start basically with an open bench, no fans, get my posts, install Windows, do my initial driver installs. I do all that without you know, any kind of cool solution in place.
I guess I could do that too, but
yeah, it's like on an open bench. Like it's. I've never had a CPU even start throttling under those conditions.
Yeah, I mean, I could do it. I gotta update this BIOS and go from there.
Normally it takes like 10 minutes for me to upload a video. Now it's taking like an hour and a half, so I'm guessing this one different in some way. Stop pinging me.
Yo, actually, one more thing before I start this together. Can I have the updated BIOS files and the Windows files on the same thumb drive? It's not going to disrupt anything, right? Or
no. So if you're doing BIOS flashback, I wouldn't put anything but the BIOS ROM on the USB.
All right.
Because
so
I mean,
two separate flash drives.
Two separate. That's how I do it.
Yeah.
Theoretically, I guess it could work, but I mean, like I just look at it from the perspective BIOSes, UEFIs, they're close to the middle. They're pretty dumb. Like throwing a USB in there, you don't want it to have to even look through multiple files. I'll just put the ROM on there, let it do its thing, and be done. And make it as simple as possible for
one less thing to possibly jackknife.
Yeah.
But now the question is though, because obviously I have to primarily do the BIOS update first before I install the Windows. Should I run the BIOS update and then shut the system down totally and then install the other flash? Because you know how sometimes it just asks for a reboot rather than a shutdown?
Yeah, so if you're doing BIOS flashback, which is what you'll have to do with a Zen 3 processor, you do BIOS flashback with nothing connected, no CPU connected, no screen, nothing. So that's going to be a separate process. You do that. Once that's done, your PSU fan will turn off, and the lights on the motherboard will turn off. Pull out that USB, then you can insert your new USB, connect. Put your RAM in, your GPU in, and your CPU heatsink. Put all that stuff in. Connect your display to your your monitor and your keyboard and your mouse, and then you can go ahead and install Windows, do your initial core driver updates and all that stuff. And then once you're done that, then go ahead and complete assembly of the system. That's generally how my builds go. I get all the initial setup of Windows and the BIOS updates. I get all that done before I put the motherboard in the case or anything like that.
Oh. Well, I just built mine yesterday. So.
Nice. Is it functioning properly? Okay, never mind.
You play Roblox?
Who?
I don't know, Trey. He has Roblox Hacker as his side handle.
I forgot that Roblox existed.
Well, I mean, because I would assume you're an adult or growing up to be one, to where Roblox isn't a thing on your radar.
I'm actually
my niece is like 9 years old.
No, I just have it as a funny, quirky, and relatable moment.
Huh.
What?
Yeah, so I could be hip like the kids, like they say.
Well, no, I'm just saying that Roblox is a game for like 9-year-olds, and
yeah, I know it's terrible.
I've never played Roblox or Minecraft for that matter. Just heard about them.
My niece plays Roblox, and that's about it. I've never even seen her play it.
It's just like, oh, I hate saying this, but it's so cringy.
It is.
What?
It hurts my eyes.
Yeah, not for a 9-year-old though.
I mean, that's true. I mean, like, I'm not against 9-year-olds playing it. I'm against teenagers playing it.
But I'm saying the game is meant for children, not for teenagers and adults. That's why it's cringy to adults and teenagers and not children.
Yeah, everyone should just play what they want.
Listen, Rome, don't be a 30-something-year-old playing Roblox, all right?
Listen, I don't play Roblox. I'm just saying.
I don't know
Everyone
what you
should
do
play
at
what they
late,
want.
your late hours of the night. I don't know.
Shit, I'm sleeping. I'm a boomer, man.
He's playing Meep City on Roblox.
I woke up today at 6:30 and I felt like $1 million. That was the first time ever.
Normally, like if I'm out on vacation,
just going to his bed to play Roblox.
I fall asleep at like 9 o'clock.
Yeah, my uncle helped me build my PC.
Nice.
Thank God. Because the cable management was horrible and he told me how to do everything. Right.
All right, I'll be back in a little while.
All right, homie.
Alrighty. Well, I got a conical hat. Nice. That's sick.
Wait, I'm gonna go and ask what that one guy's doing in build advice. I'll be right back.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, Spectrum. My router broke yesterday, and my modem. Or it broke 2 days ago, so I couldn't get on yesterday. And then it said like unverified network because I can direct connect it from my modem, but it's only one at a time. But it just kept saying like unrecognized network, so I thought it was my motherboard. Thank God it wasn't.
Chiều có em quả đi không? Ông tên gì? Ông tên gì vậy? Quên mẹ tên rồi.
Ông già ơi, 111101 ơi.
Dạ. Ông tên gì vậy?
Mình có bố mẹ Nam Phong bên cạnh và dòng nói.